Thanks for coming back again for another Pixie Talks review vlog.
Pixie Talks, reviews and vlogs at Pixie Talks. Pixie Talks, reviews and vlogs at Pixie Talks.
Woo! It's October! So you know what that means. It's time for Halloween and spooky themed reviews. If you have a horror-themed title that you would like me to review, please consider pledging to my Patreon, where there is a Patreon-exclusive poll. And this week's title is suggested by Aficionados Chris over at Patreon. And so, as per request, I took a look at some childhood nostalgia, the Hamtaro Special, Ham's Halloween.
Welcome to my Halloween. Hello, little Hams.
Okay, I didn't ever actually watch this show when I was a kid, so I didn't really have nostalgia goggles on while watching it. That said, I did watch and love a lot of other children's anime when I was a kid. Back in that time before I knew what anime was and I just had a sense that some cartoons felt different than other cartoons, like Serendipity and The Little Prince.
Take a breath and then hang on. Sure.
I always gravitated to anime, so I'm sure that if I saw this as a kid, I would have really liked this too. And it definitely does have that very noticeable anime feeling to it, even when just the hamster characters are on screen. It's also got that very typical anime voice acting that just, sounds like kids' anime from the 80s and 90s. But we aren't here for an overview of the entire show. We are here for the Halloween Special. The story revolves around the Hams finding out about this holiday where people dress up as monsters and have parties. They decide that they want to do it too, so they all put on costumes and go out to play. The older Hams secretly infiltrate their party and give them all a good scare. Most of the bulk of the episode is just the hamsters goofing off and being silly, which, is kind of the point of the whole show. It's geared to a fairly low age bracket, so I don't really think that complex plot is supposed to be front and center. It did strike me as kind of weird at first that the characters in the show, even like some of the human characters, didn't know what Halloween was.
So why are you guys all dressed up? Tell us!
You see, we were invited to a Halloween party where kids will be dressed up as monsters and pirates and superheroes.
But after doing a little bit of research, it seems that Japan doesn't actually do Halloween that much, unlike North America, and that it's mostly celebrated by adults that want an excuse to dress up, rather than by kids, since there's no trick-or-treating. That does kind of beg the question why this anime ran a Halloween special in the first place. Also, I really can't take seriously all the characters that apparently get legitimately terrified by this dog in a mask. Really? Anyway, all in all, the episode is really cute, and I really do like all the costumes that the hamsters dress up in.
Hey, look! I'm Frankenham!
I think I may have gotten more out of watching this if Hamtaro was something that I'd ever actually seen as a child, but its similarity to children's anime that I did watch and love as a child still made the viewing rather enjoyable.
I can hardly wait for the Halloween party. It's gonna be so much fun. Have you figured out your...
And that's it for my review of Ham's Halloween. It's October, so I am taking requests for spooky-themed titles to review over at Patreon. Again, if there is something you'd like to see me review, or you just really like my content and would like to support me, please consider pledging. It's only $3 to support my channel and participate in the polls. And with that, I will see you guys next week. Bye!